Hi Scorpio, welcome to your June reading. I have to tell you, just like Sagittarius, this is, I believe now, my 4th attempt. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the energies are, but it's you and Sagittarius so far that your readings are just, I don't know. They're recording, but the sound isn't right, or they go slow-mo just in the middle of the video. So I'm a little nervous because I really can't test it until I'm done. But I feel good, okay? I feel good, so I think it's going to go through this time. Fingers crossed. Okay, guys, thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your donations. Your community support of each other is quite beautiful. It really is quite beautiful to witness, and I thank you. I thank you guys for stepping up for other people too, and for me. I mean, you're beautiful. Thank you, Scorpio. Okay, we're going to get right into your reading. So we're going to start with a base of love. We're going to do 4 cards. We're going to start with these ones down, though. Let me bring this lid down a little bit more. There you go. We free yourself on the bottom. Free yourself just means it's time to take control back of your life. It doesn't always mean free yourself from a relationship, free yourself from your job. It just means, you know, have control of your own life. Do the things that you've always wanted to do. Don't get trapped in illusion, you know, that kind of thing. Understand that you're one of a kind, and there are no limitations on you. You know, the limitations are limitations we put on ourselves. Okay, but we'll see how it applies. Because remember, it doesn't have to mean separation. Okay. 7 of Fire, first card. It's a 7 of Wands. 5 of Cups below you. At your feet. 7 of Earth. Recent past. 3 of Air. Above you. Beautiful. 10 of Earth. It's the outcome. Beautiful. Near future. So even though we have this card of heartache, heartbreak, we end up with a happily ever after. So that's kind of beautiful. Okay, let me check this out. Okay, so right off the bat, what I'm feeling is one of the messages is for those who are in a committed relationship. Okay, doesn't have to be marriage, but you are committed to one another. Okay, I feel that there has been, I don't know, a lot of fighting. Just going by the cards that are right here. It's a lot of fighting. I feel like either you or your partner, it's like starting unnecessary battles. I feel like for some of you, it is simply that you're just not on the same page right now. And I feel there's a need for someone to stand up, whether that be you or your partner, to stand up and say, no, 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 let's not do this. You know, instead of You know, Five of Waters is like crying over spilt milk, right? That's what its meaning is. But it's also about not seeing the positive in a situation, only seeing the negative. So I feel like that is partly what it's talking about. Like there's been some battles going on between the two of you. You know, and I feel like even if, excuse me, even though you have every right to stand your ground, and you should stand your ground. I mean, you do want to defend your beliefs, right? You have every right to have your beliefs, but you also want to keep an open mind, you know. Don't limit yourself only to what you believe, and listen to others too. You know, doesn't mean you have to then take on their beliefs, but if you can understand where they're coming from, that's half the battle right there. Because what I feel like there's a lot of bickering going on, but it doesn't feel like it's the end. It just feels like it's two people who aren't thinking about the other right now. So it's two people coming from very strongly from their ego. Some of it could certainly be, you know, what I feel is there might be a few Scorpios out there who are looking, you know, who are thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. And I feel with the Three of Swords above here, it's telling you, be very careful of that energy. You know, thinking that it's better somewhere else, especially with the Five of Waters. You know, it's like we're not seeing clearly, or we're not seeing each other's perspective clearly. And it's causing us to think, you know what, maybe I should just leave. Maybe I should just grab my shit and get out of here. But I feel what that will do is bring you to this Three of Swords. It will bring you to heartache, because I feel like those who know that I'm talking to you, or feel this message, it's saying that clear up these battles, get out of the ego, you know, stop thinking that it's greener on the other side, and put everything you have back into this relationship before you decide to call it quits. Because I see there is beautiful potential here, beautiful potential. And I feel like, I do feel like you've had this very loving relationship before, but something is, you know, I feel like it may have happened in the month of May, like something came up. Actually, let's do I want to do a clarifier in this Five of Cups right down here, because I also feel like this is talking about the month of May. So let's see. Let's see what we got here. Five of Cups, Five of Cups, Five of Cups. Justice. Some of you, it could be a Leo that you're dealing with. Excuse me. Could definitely be a Leo or a Libra that you're dealing with. And justice is about standing up for your beliefs, but it's also about being very fair, being fair and just. Knight of Waters. So I feel like the Knight of Waters right now is talking about finding more balance within this relationship. There's definitely love here. Okay, there's definitely love. Matter of fact, I feel like this is a very passionate relationship. You know, so just be careful of that, because I do feel like there's a ton of passion here. And passion can show itself, you know, when you're in a negative headspace, it can show itself in a terrible way. You know, it can show up as jealousy or, you know, that kind of thing. But I feel like you have everything that you've always dreamed of. You're only going through this stretch of time. And if you guys allow your egos to come down, you know, you'll get right back where you were. So don't give up, okay? Okay. We're going to close that message out. And actually, I'm going to put these 2 cards back in, because I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. I do feel like there's a few of you right now who have been through a recent breakup. And I do feel like you are sitting in the energy of the 3 of Swords right now. You know, for you, I do feel like it is things just not turning out how you had hoped. However, 10 of Cups. Beautiful. So it may not have turned out the way you hoped, but 10 of Cups. Don't give up, is what it's saying. Don't give up on love. Because the heartbreak came first. And you know, when we look at this 10 of Cups, we have to remember that the Tarot really talks about the journey. You know, the journey of life. Not about it's not always about the outcome. It's about the journey we're taking. So a lot of times when I see a 10, like on a 3, you know, we still have to go through the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But it is the journey of it. So it's like we began with the 3. The hardest energy to go through right now, this 3 of Swords. But yet at the same time, I feel like, you know, you're going through this heartache because for some of you are just with the wrong person. This person was never going to bring you this 10 of Cups. King of Earth. So some of you might be dealing with a Earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But yet at the same time, I feel like it is this King of Earth who is going to be bringing you this 10 of Cups. This lovely family home. This, you know, this feeling of contentment, peace, joy. Doesn't come without its battles. But remember, we're going to choose our battles. So for some of you here, you know, it's like you're in this heartbreak. But give it time. You know, this is about taking time within the 3 of Swords. And you need some time because, listen, you need to feel the feelings, right? You need to take a moment and look backwards and trace your steps. You know, what led you to this? Did you not believe in yourself enough? You know, where someone came along offering their emotions, possibly their love, but it feels like they weren't being sincere. They just weren't being sincere. But that's okay, because there's a lesson in there for you. And I feel like part of that lesson is about taking your time, or seeing your pattern so you can break it. And once you break it, you start moving towards this 10 of Cups, possibly from this beautiful Earth sign. And by the way, let's not forget, we have the 10 of Pentacles here too. Okay. All right, I'm going to put these back again, and we're going to go a level down here. I'm going to give this just a couple more shuffles. Okay, start with the Seven of Fire, right in the middle. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Guided. Healing family issues with the Five of Cups. So, for some of you sitting in this heartbreak, this could absolutely be what it is. It is about seeing the patterns of your life so you can break them. You know, so that you can see, you know, what is it within me that keeps bringing in the wrong type of energy for me? Well, sometimes we have to look back to see clearly. Sometimes we just have to. See, it's in the recent past. Getting to know each other. So perhaps some of you kind of skip this part. Retreat. Well, you need a retreat. You need a retreat. And for some of you with this, the card retreat here, I do feel like it may be a few marriages also that are breaking up. Or, you know, I say that. I shouldn't have said that because actually what I feel is these are a few marriages or committed relationships that, you know, had this earlier energy of battling. And I do feel that this is saying, you know, if you take time with each other. Because she's retreating, but she's not retreating by herself. Now, in this picture, I feel like this is a father figure walking with her. But I think what it really is wise advice. You know, whether that comes from an outside source or ourselves. For some of you, it may just be looking back at the way your dad loved your mother. Or didn't. Whatever the case may be. The Ten of Earth, we have religious factors. So religious factors is, you know, your religion or your spiritual beliefs may be different than someone else's. And they can certainly, you know, cause a few battles here and there. But again, it shouldn't have to. You know, because I feel like the advice is to open up, listen, allow things to, you know, allow conversation just to flow the way it's meant to flow. You know, if someone doesn't believe in the same thing we believe in, it doesn't necessarily make them wrong. It doesn't necessarily make us right. You know, it's just different perspectives. This is about really learning about the other, I feel. Because I feel like there's a few who, and this can be you, Scorpio, or it could be somebody doing it to you, but I feel like there's someone who's like putting up their belief system so strongly and like somewhat unbendable. But yet I feel like there's more to it. You know, there's underlying reasons why their belief system is the way it is. It could be from their childhood. And that's just that, you know. That's just the way it is. It's just, you know, it's the way it's always been. It's the way it's always will be. You know, that's what I hear. And I guess we can't make someone see our point of view. But I feel what this is saying is continue, you know, like, don't stop everything you're doing because someone else may not have the same belief. You know, invite them in, let them see, let them taste, you know. Hear them out, and then maybe they'll hear you out. Of course, this is if you want to. You certainly don't have to. Even if I look right across here, you know, when we take our time in the beginning and really get to know someone without trying to rush it, you know, we're always worried about the outcome and not the journey. It is the journey that is fun, you know. It is what it's all about. So I feel like some of you just have to back, or not back up, but slow it down. Slow it down. Because I feel like these are new messages coming in. Because I feel like there are a few of you who, listen, I feel like you finally met your soulmate. Or you feel like you met your soulmate, but that's the kind of energy I feel too. Some of you could have met this person absolutely through church, through any kind of religious functions, or through your spirituality. But I do feel that this person's already here. So you've already met this person. I feel like this is just saying, you know, if you slow down and take your time right now, it's like everything will be revealed to you. I feel this is a very safe relationship, but nonetheless, I feel like it's like taking your time for conversation, just to find out about each other. I'm going to take a card in the Seven of Earth and getting to know each other. I got two. The Queen of Fire. Queen of Fire. So some of you, this could be a fire sign. Queen or king. Same sex. Doesn't matter. Okay. You can be a male and be the queen. You can be a female and be the king. Just remember that. Oh, I forgot what I was doing here for a second. So we have the Queen of Fire, which is the Queen of Wands, and then we have the Four of Cups. Okay, I feel like the Four of Cups is showing up here. Because I feel like some of you, the soulmate is this Queen of Fire, king or queen, okay? And I feel like the soulmate, or the Four of Cups, is showing up to say, well, I feel like this is your energy, or their energy, but I feel like it's more yours, of you're afraid you're going to miss the opportunity with them if you don't move things quickly. But I feel it's the opposite is true. It's about taking your time. You know, opening your eyes up to the possibility of what can be. But you learn this through conversation. I feel some of you may be, you know, this new person who came in, maybe someone who's very independent. And, you know, it's like a tough shell to crack. Tough shell to crack. I don't even know if that means. Tough shell to crack. I feel for some of you, you've been doing a lot of affirmations. And I feel like, you know, it's like your time has come. Your time has come to meet the right person. But listen, it doesn't mean we can't mess it up, right? So, take time. Understand it's about the journey. This is where everything lies. I mean, it's great once we come completely together, let's say get married, what have you. But, come on guys, the journey is so much fun, if we allow it to be. So that's what it feels like. It just feels more like, and I do feel that you're dealing with fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, of course, who is very independent, and it's throwing you back a little bit. So you may be trying to rush it, and you're just being, advised. There's no need to rush it. Perhaps you need to find your own independence. It's like, this may be part of the lesson here, is because I do feel like this person's independent. And when I say independent, it doesn't mean like independent of a relationship. Independent in their way of thinking. Independent in their way of being. Very, very sure of themselves. They are a queen, so they've been around the block. They've gained a lot of wisdom. So they stand within that. And for some of you, this is a lesson you're going to learn, which is a beautiful lesson. So you may be, this may be someone who, where you want to talk every day, all day. They don't, or they can't. They're happy with 3 times a week, that kind of thing. Now listen, you have to decide, because I know you're Scorpio. You're filled with emotions, beautiful emotions. But the other end of that, it can get, it can get tough. It can get tough. And I think why, Scorpio, is because, you are filled with such beautiful emotions. You have the ability to love so deeply. And I don't think everyone knows that or realizes that about you. Like how deep your soul goes. But I do feel this fire person absolutely will love this about you. But I feel at the same time, they're just teaching you patience. That's all. And it's not even them teaching you. It's the universe. This is where you're together to learn this next part about yourself. Okay. I'm going to close that out. I'm going to go right in the middle. Right in the middle. So again, right in the middle, we have make the effort. And make the effort is about guided love. Love that has been guided to us. Love that is asking us to take the steps that our intuition tells us to take. Don't allow fear to step in the way. I mean, let's face it. If you care for someone and you tell them you care for them, and their reaction is they want to battle you, well, you're just with the wrong person. They don't deserve your love. So if your honesty, now, okay, if it's like, if you're doing it on the first date, that's different. But I'm talking about, I feel like this person's here, you're with this person. Oh, I didn't realize I had a card come out. King of Water. King of Water is about having a very open heart. It's about really trusting. Not only in ourselves, but trusting in others who love us, and we know that they love us. Respecting their opinion. Learning from them. For some of you, I feel this is you showing up here. And for others, this could certainly be the King of Cups. But the King of Cups energy is very, very loving, very giving. They just don't hold back their emotions just to hold back their emotions. I would say the only time they would do that is if they're unsure. But I feel like once they're sure, Scorpio, once you know, right? And once you know, you're happy to express it. And the right person's going to love that about you. Just don't express it on the first date. All right, let's see if the king has anything else to say to us. Well, he does. We have the King of Pentacles again. So let's just face it. Scorpio. There must be a lot of you who have an earth sign. And I feel like this earth sign's already here. Again, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male, female, doesn't matter. So I feel like, you know, again, a few of you are dealing with another water sign. But this King of Pentacles, he keeps showing up with the Page of Waters. Beautiful. So the Page of Waters, number one, is about you being intuitive. This is about your intuitive abilities, trusting in your intuition. Your psychic abilities are heightened. Now, when they're heightened, I feel there's always a reason. It's to trust our intuition. Perhaps there's something within either one of these kings that reminds you of someone in the past. So you're to listen to your intuition because this person is not from your past. I mean, not that they can't be from your past, but what I'm saying is don't judge who's ever in front of you by what has happened in your past. Because let's face it, we've all been there. We have all been there. We've all had our hearts broken. Okay, maybe there's one or two people who haven't. But good luck, because I don't know, you know, I'd like to find that out. But we've all been there. Even those who have the biggest smiles sometimes have the, you know, the emotions underneath are out of control. So we've all been there. But don't drag your past into this person, even if this person is of your past. You have to treat this like a brand new relationship. It's like starting over, okay? And for some of you, this is the person who recently just came in. You know, I can understand because this King of Pentacles is very strong energy here. And with you being water, Scorpio, you, listen. You just have such beautiful hearts. And you're very free-flowing. Where Earth is a little bit different. So I could see where there could be like in the beginning, like, oh, I don't know. Because I feel Earth can hold back a little bit. You know, Earth is like, when I'm sure, I'm sure. No, not all Earth signs, of course. You know, we're all different people. Even if we have the same sign, we're all different. We're all born on different days, different times. Period. We're just different people. But just be careful that, you know, if you're with an earth sign and they're not as emotional as you are, I feel like saying don't hold that against them. Because, listen, an earth sign, in my experience, again, it's like you have to get through that shell. And I know what some of you are going to say, well, I don't want to have to get through someone's shell. I just want them to be open to me. That's not really fair, because they also have their past. And you know, I feel that there's many, or, well, okay, you know, I want to say something, but I already know the comments I'm going to get. But I do feel like earth signs are very loyal. When they find their true love, I don't feel like you can pull them apart. So it's like, give it some time. Don't dismiss it, because this King of Pentacles is showing up heavily. Okay. Let's go down to this healing family issues and the Five of Cups. You notice we got a lot of emotion, a lot of water on the board. It's like water and earth with just a touch of fire. So it feels like June's going to be a very grounding month for you, number one. Like, I feel like you're going to feel better than you've felt in a long time, Scorpio. And I don't mean just emotions, I mean all around. Okay. Alright, so healing family issues and the Five of Cups. Healing family issues and the Five of Cups. What's its purpose? Okay, I swear, your cards never make it to the table. They all like to fly. Oh my gosh, the Hermit. Again, we have the energy of Virgo. Now, let's just face it, Scorpio. A lot of you are hooking up with earth signs this month. Now, the Hermit. You know, you're healing these family issues. Not seeing things quite the way that they truly are. You know, seeing the negative versus the positive. So sometimes going into Hermit phase. You know, pulling or going within. Now, what the Hermit does, the Hermit goes within, not so much seeking answer to his questions of why did this happen and that happen, but more about listening, seeking spiritual guidance any way that it comes. You know, the Hermit goes in as a wise person, but comes out even wiser. Because they know it is through their intuition, their meditations, their time with spirit, their time of self-discovery is really what the Hermit is. It's self-discovery. But it's through spiritual teaching. And I always feel the Hermit, you know, the Hermit goes into this phase for a reason. But I always feel like when the Hermit emerges, they're so much wiser. It's like they can see their path so much clearer. So for some of you, this is about allow yourself to do this, especially if you're in this heartache right now. Allow yourself to go into Hermit stage. You know, take time. Don't think the heartache's just going to fall away. Don't think, you know, I'm going to, you know, on the opposite end of that. It's like, don't keep yourself in that either until someone else comes along. You've got to learn to find this happiness within, and that's what the Hermit does. Okay, let's look at the Three Swords and Retreat. Three Swords and Retreat. Jeez. Knight of Earth. So some of you have a younger Earth sign coming in. You know, the Knight of Earth really is about getting things done, honoring your commitments. You know, not putting everything you have only into love. But remember, there's other avenues of your life. You know, sometimes we can be in this Three of Swords mentality and allow our work to slip. Allow everything else to slip. And it's understandable. But don't do it for too long, because you can lose things along the way. You know, it's honor the commitment you already have. And then when you have downtime, go into the Hermit. For some of you, It is a younger earth sign. 9 of air. Worry, worry, worry. Self-fulfilling prophecies. Expecting the worst. I just know they're going to break my heart. I just know they're going to leave me. I know the minute I say I love you, I'll never hear from them again. I just know. I just know the worst is going to happen. How could it not? It always has. Is that true? Has it always? This is about taking control of your thoughts. This can be about taking time to figure out, why am I feeling this way? Why do I always expect the worst? Listen, I know what you're going to say. It's my past. But you got to get over that, because, you know, you're meant to go through heartache. There's lessons in it. You know, we're here for human experience, to learn soul lessons. So everyone who comes into our life, there's no way they're meant to stay forever. It's just not the case. There may be a few lucky ones, you know, but listen, it's like you get to taste the water. But that doesn't mean that every beach is your beach. When you find the right beach, you'll know it. So don't keep your mindset in this 9 of air. 6 of waters. Well, some of you, it is a person from the past. Some of you are dealing with someone from the past. Not dealing, because I feel like there's love. You know, maybe you just reconnected again. And here you are thinking, well, it's just going to turn out the way it did before. How do you know? Are you psychic? But honestly, how do you know that? You know, the only way it's going to turn out the way it did before is if you do the same things. If you both do the same things that you've done before. But I feel like we're older and wiser now. So be careful, especially of those who just reconnected with someone from their past. Don't write them off so quickly. Now, you know, I want to make this very clear. If this person from your past is someone who is abusive, yes, you write them off right away. If there's fear about this, if there's fear about someone from the past reconnecting with you, this is not for you, okay? Because I'm not telling you to take people back who have been a disservice to you. Quite the opposite. But I feel like we're talking about the opposite here. I do feel like some of you had people from your past coming back. Again, it could be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. It could be Scorpio, Pisces, water, Cancer. Jeez. But I also feel like they walk in and it feels like they're a new person. For some of you, this is this new person, okay? I hope I'm making this clear. So for some of you, this is someone from your past, but yet you're already in it, okay? It may just have begun, but this person has already come back if this is for you. And for others, you had a new person walk in the door. A new person walk in the door. Okay? So, just trying to keep those correct. For those who had someone coming back, again, it's like worry, worry, worry. Are they going to be the same way? Are you the same? Have you changed? You know, and if you're worried about that, take time. Time. Time is your friend. Okay. I want to find more out about this 10 of Earth. I've been waiting and waiting. 10 of Earth. Very happy family life. Financial security. You know, feeling great. Wow. Jeez. Hang on. So funny. I put this, this is an old recipe box that was handed down to me from by my mother that was her great-grandma's. But anyway, I put it here to block cards from flying. But let me tell you, Scorpio, your cards can get over anything. Okay. 10 of Earth. 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful card. We have the King of Fire. I almost feel like for some of you, it's this queen who grew up. It's the queen who did say, yes, I am going to make the necessary changes to myself so I can be a better lover, you know, a better husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. And they do. And then we have the Dreamer on top of that. That's the Fool card. You know, the Fool card is, number one, it tells us, you know, this new person, for some of you who just walked in the door. And I know you can already feel it. I know you already feel their energy, and I know that you already feel that it's heading towards love. And I agree with you. I do think it's heading towards love. And I do feel, especially with the Fool here, that, I don't know, Scorpio, it's like, I feel like there's, you know, a lot of this was unexpected. Like, you didn't expect this person to contact you again. You didn't expect this new person just to walk in your door. Not necessarily in your door, but into your life. And for some of you, it can mean that there's fear. There's fear attached to that. You know, the Fool is looking back. He's looking back at this spread. So if there's any fear, it is because of the past. But the Fool's advice is we don't look at our past. We start from the present moment. And we get excited about the journey ahead. Journey ahead. It's about following your dreams, following your heart, following your intuition. It's about knowing that at any moment, anything could happen. Because let's just face it, for some of you, this king can be someone who has yet to enter. And when they enter, you know, if you're looking, we're looking back, there still may be a little fear wrapped around you. It's really noticing the dog right here, which to me is loyalty. So we have the king that enters. And this is a strong character. You know, it's a strong character. Male, female again. But it is a strong character. And it is fire. And you're earth. So I can see where that could throw you off just a little. But this is about taking those chances. This is about walking through our fear. This is about knowing that anything could happen at any time. Expect a miracle. Don't just ask for it, expect it. I expect miracles in my life. I expect great things to happen, and so they do. I don't expect pain to go forward. I expect joy. And so I get it. Because now I turn my thoughts around. And I'm optimistic. And I'm not going to blame this new person who's coming in my life. I'm not going to blame them for my past. They had nothing to do with it. I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to walk through my fear. And I'm going to give it a chance. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to take these up and I'm going to do just a couple cards right across the board. And I got to separate for 1 second. We do a couple more shuffles. We're just going to do a couple cards. I've been finding that I've been getting quite the messages by doing a couple cards at the end. So we're going to continue with that. This is the, I know I'm covering, Angel Tarot by Doreen Virtue. Romance Oracle cards, also by Doreen. I got my crystal tarot cards, and I've used them a few times. I have to start really introducing them in my reading. So maybe next month, or maybe when I do, I plan on doing a couple specials this month. So maybe I'll do them with the Crystal Vision. I think they're called Crystal Vision. Okay, just a couple cards. The Moon. Could represent Pisces, of course. Four of Fire. Love the Four of Fire. Four of Wands. Queen of Air. Queen of Swords. I'm going to do two more. I don't know why. Ace of Air. I'm going to put them down here. Six of Air. I feel like I need one more. Knight of Fire. Okay. So I feel like a lot of you have a new beginning. You have a new beginning coming. You know, you have the Ace of Air here, which is the Ace of Swords. And, you know, the Ace of Swords, number one, with the Moon attached to it. The Moon is usually when we are, perhaps, it's not that we're held in an illusionary state. Perhaps we put ourselves in that state. Usually because of fear. But I feel like this fear is going away. I feel like these epiphanies are being sent to many of you. The Ace of Air can be challenging. It can be challenging for, you know, a challenging time. It's the beginning. It's only the beginning. Usually, if it's challenging, it's because there's a truth told to us that perhaps we don't want to hear. Or it was told to us in a way that wasn't very kind. But I don't feel like you guys are going to hold on to this energy. Matter of fact, this is what I am feeling. I'm feeling like this is like the past where it's like you only have I only have eyes for you. I only have eyes for you. But that's not getting you anywhere. So some of you, I feel like this is old energy that you've been hanging on to and hanging on to. Like, I only have eyes for you. When you coming back, like, come on. Some of you, this is like you're trying to call in your soulmate so hard. I feel like the Moon is really talking about your past here, though. You know, fears that you've had in the past. And it's about coming out of that illusionary state. Now, for some of you, this could be Pisces, right? You could be dealing with a Pisces. But no matter what, it's like you do get this new beginning. You know, you do get the truth of the situation, which allows you then to move forward. You have the Six of Air right next to that. That's things looking up. So whatever the truth is, it's truth that you needed to hear. And even though it may be hard to hear, it does allow you to have this beautiful new beginning. And look, with the Four of Fire, This new beginning is, you know, it is peace. It's contentment. It's seeing what we have. It's seeing who we are. It's being grateful for everything in life. It's taking on, you know, allowing the joyful parts of us to come out. And once you do that, it's like things just start moving. You know, the Queen of Swords here, it is about cutting things out that aren't serving us any longer. You know, but we're not cutting them away with, even though we're using a sword, you know, we're not cutting them away out of anger. We're cutting them away because we have looked into our lives. We have dwelled deeply and understand now what no longer serves us will only hold us back. So Scorpio, I feel like you're doing that. And you become much more self-assured. Much more adventurous. For some of you, I do feel like there is an offer on the table, or an offer that's coming in. And I do feel like it is an offer of a new job or a new career path. For some of you, this could be right out of graduation, and bam, this new job shows itself to you. But it's going to require you to move, okay? It's going to require you to move, literally move. Some of you, this could be another country, another state. I don't feel like you're moving down the street. I feel like you're moving. And I feel like it is an opportunity that comes in that will need quick action, a quick decision. But with everything around it, it feels pretty beautiful. So we have the Page of Air here. So again, this could be, you know, I feel like where some of you with this new job opportunity, you don't have to be in school, by the way. This would just be new job opportunities coming to Scorpio. New opportunities. It doesn't even have to be in your job, but I do feel like it's that part of your life. So, you know, you have to make a decision. It's like I was planning to go to, you know, some of this could be a school that you're deciding on where you're going in the fall. Well, I was planning to go to Brown University. But Penn State just offered me a full scholarship. So how could I not take that? And so you do. And so you should. There's a dreamer again. Unexpected opportunities. Unexpected opportunities. This is about following your dreams. So for some of you, I feel like you definitely have job offers coming in. Different types of opportunities. Some of this could be, you know, it's related to dreams that you've had. Not sleeping dreams, but dreams, passions that you have. And I feel like somehow opportunities just start falling in your lap. Well, there you go. Financial security. Finding magic in life again. So for some of you, this is going to be a very good change. A much needed change. Yeah. Successful. Employment. Successful self-employment. That allows you to feel financially stable, Scorpio. Financially stable. Well, so maybe you have some fears around money. No need. So, Five of Earth is about having fears surrounding to our money, okay? But it's also about understanding that there's help out there. It's right here, right beneath your feet. But you have to make that decision. Look at the Earth. So, Queen of Earth showing up. It's about taking a sensible approach. You know, I feel like for some of you, this is about spending some time with your family and friends where you are now, because you are leaving. And it's not sad, it's beautiful, because I definitely feel like you'll have plenty of visitors. So I feel like you need to go for it. Definitely go for it. Yeah. Nine of Fire. Don't give up. Keep going. Believe in yourself. Have courage. Be the Fool here. You know, you've learned what you needed to learn. Now take that wisdom, that information, that knowledge, and go forward with it. So here's that decision. Do I do it or don't I? Yes, you do. Knight of Air. Again, quick movement. But with the Knight of Air, what I love about this card in this deck is the sword going right up to the heavens. Look how it's illuminated. So what it's saying is trust within your intuition. You know, sometimes things are heaven sent. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So, a lot of change for you, Scorpio. A lot of change, but a lot of good change. I pray that this video turns out okay. And you finally get your June video. Even if for me it's still early, right? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm trying to put them out too early for what I normally do. So the universe is fighting me back. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Okay, so if this doesn't upload on June 1st, you know your video didn't... Well, you wouldn't know that, would you? Okay, guys. I love you to death. Thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for just being you. Thank you for allowing me to be me. Thank you. I love you. Bye-bye.